Okay, take 3. Happy Saturday, everybody. I have a Razorweld Cut 45 that I bought with my Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro CNC plasma table. Most of the time it works pretty good. I've had a few times where it's cantankerous. It just doesn't want to cut. See if I got... It'll cut, but not all the way through. I'll get something like this, and then I'll get an error. It stops cutting. I got to restart, clean the nozzle out, restart the program, and then it'll usually cut pretty good. But I often have to clean my nozzles a couple times, several times on a sheet of metal when I cut it. So I found something today about there's an internal pressure regulator in this machine. I didn't have any idea. I just started cutting with it. Never really looked at what the pressure gauge said on it. It said it was automatically set from the factory, so I thought there was no adjustable parts inside. But today when I looked at it, I noticed it's always cutting at 50 psi. Whenever it's running and cutting, it's only at 50 psi max. And according to what I read, it should be at least 75. And some of these machines were set wrong from the factory, so I was going to show you how to pull this apart and take a look inside of it and change the pressure regulator. It's really easy to do. This is a 220 machine, so I would not suggest taking it apart with it open. To adjust the regulator, you do have to plug it in. So if you're not confident working with an open 220 machine, you might want to get somebody else to do this for you, but just be careful. Anyhow, it's kind of a pain to take this apart. So if you loosen on the front side of the machine, loosen this screw a little bit. It's shorter than the one in the back. There's also one in the back right here. This one is a much longer screw. You can loosen it more. Then there's going to be 3 screws on each side down at the bottom. I've already pulled them out. They're sitting right here, these little fellers. And so you take those 6 screws out. Don't worry about taking these screws out of the top of the handle. You're going to leave the handle on, attached to the metal. But you take out those 6 on each side, loosen the one, loosen the front, loosen the back, and then you can just push this out a little bit, and that will release this, slide it out of the front. Once I get this apart, I'll show you why it has to slide out like this. See, we have these little notches that fit in this little hole to make it difficult to take out, but it is easy enough to take out. Just leave the handle on it. Now once you get it open, you got your pressure regulator right here. This is where you'll have to plug it back in, turn it back on, connect your cutting torch to it, pull the trigger, watch your pressure, adjust it till you have at least 75 psi while it's running, and then it'll go a little higher obviously when it stops running. It's a kind of nice little regulator. Got a auto water drain and everything. So hopefully this will fix your problem. I'm gonna check and see if it fixes mine, and I'll leave a message down below and let you know.